guys, my name is Melanin Tarot, and today we're going to be reading on Joe Budden and the situation that's revolving around him. I'm willing to look into his future. Let's look into how his podcast is going to play out, any other business ventures, and if some of the accusations are true or false. So without any further ado, let's begin. My first question is, I'm just going to jump right into it. How is Joe Budden's podcast going to play out? What's coming up next for his podcast? Okay, I already have two cards here, both of them in reverse. Spirit, do we have anything else? Okay, so right off the get-go, I have three cards here in reverse, and overall, four cards in reverse, one's upright. What I'm getting here is that he's not happy. He's not happy with how his podcast is playing out overall in general. I'm getting he's not happy with the income. He's not happy with where the brand is going. He's just not happy. I'm getting that he's not allowed to talk, or he wants to come out with more information about what's going on with his network. Does he? I don't know if he has a network, but I know he has multiple podcasts under his name. And I'm basically seeing like, okay, he wants to speak up about what's really going on behind the scenes, but he's too scared to, he's not allowed to. And he feels heartbroken. Like straight off the bat, he feels heartbroken, maybe even betrayed by some of the people around him. But I mean, this is in reverse, so it's not like the love wasn't there. The love was obviously there, but he definitely feels betrayed in some way. He's not going to give up on it though. The walking away card is in reverse here, so he's not going to give up on it, and that's a good thing. However, I do see caring connections, so that means that he's going to find the right community or the right fans. He's going to find the right people to help bring life back into his podcast, and that's basically where the rundown is going at the current moment. That's where his main focus is at the current moment, is figuring out how to get through the storm in order to reach the sunny sky once again, because this is not the first go round. And eventually he's going to find the right people to back him up. But I mean, his podcast is where his main moneymaker is, you know. He left Love and Hip Hop. So, and then he's constantly going through BS, for lack of a better term. And that's kind of makes you think like, man, I always say I got stuff going on in my life, but between him, Love and Hip Hop, what's her name, Sin Santana, the children, I think, did they have children? I think so. And like between all that's going on, between I don't know, just drama. So let's go into the next question. The next question is, how does Joe feel about Rory Mal? I probably should ask separate, but let's see together. How does Joe feel about Rory Mal? For those of you that don't know, I'm kind of like a different reader. I just go off of whatever falls out of my deck. That's how I read. I've been doing this for years, so it hasn't failed me now. Like, that's what Spirit wants to say. I'm getting called to pull it up this way. And I'm a channel as well, so sometimes I will literally just hear the message instead of pulling out the cards. So I just get that he's done. He's done. I'm actually about to get a little bit more into this. Wait a minute. He's done. Spirit, please explain in detail with this. Sorry, please. How does Joe Budden feel about Rory Mal? Because I get the overall emotion, but I want to know a little bit more. Okay, wow. The devil in reverse. The Tower in reverse. One of Cups in reverse. So right off the bat, I'm getting that this was like a long storm waiting to happen. This was long coming. He's tired of them. I'm kind of just getting both of them. I'm getting particularly, I want to say Mal. Gosh, why do I keep doing this? I want to say Mal particularly, just kind of tired. Like, one of them kind of moves slow. And he's really tired of Mal, I think, or Mal. Whereas with Rory, I feel like he could withstand or handle. This is not their first go about at it, but at the same time, it's just blowing up into monstrous proportions. And it's like, why did you not have my back? That type of feeling that's going on. Like, I told you that we were in this for a reason, and I feel as though you're betraying me now. Like, I told you what the gist was, that you were okay with it, but now you have a problem with it. That's the exact energy that I'm getting here. Like, you said you were okay, and now you're backtracking, and I don't have time for that. I have low patience for that. And that's why we have the impatient card. He is tired of it. He's impatient with the both of them. And I kind of hear him saying, like, these are like, I don't want to say the word too strongly, these are like bitch tears. Like, y'all acting like, I really don't like misogyny, but we were talking about Mr. Joe Budden here. But I just kind of get him saying, like, you're acting like females right now. You're acting like women. You're acting like females. Y'all not actually taking part of what you're supposed to do. You know what's in this. I already told you what the deal was, and now you're throwing a fit. And as well, I really get a hint. This is going to be kind of mean, but I really get the hint of him saying, well, why aren't you going out making your own money moves? Like, y'all been on this podcast for years. Y'all should be bigger than where you are. Sorry about the y'all, okay? I'm from the South. I'm in the North, but I'm from the South. So I definitely kind of get the message of the both of you should have been bigger than what you are, and you're not. And I feel like that hurts one of their feelings, specifically Mal. I keep wanting to call Rory Mal and Mal Rory, so please forgive me here. But that's kind of what I'm getting at here. And I kind of feel like when it comes to the relationship with the devil reversed here, it definitely feels as though they especially, I just keep getting hit with Mal, man. Like, I've been tired of this for a long time. Like, this is not the first go at it. And I did sign up, like, I did say, okay, like, whatever, like, we can do this. But at the same time, I'm done and I'm tired of it. It just hit the wall. It hit the wall. So with the devil reverse, that means I'm releasing the chain, y'all. I'm releasing the karma. I'm getting over it. I'm done falling victim to easy money. And I feel like with the Tower reverse, it just went from one bad thing after another, like one thing after another. Maybe he brought it up to Joe, like, hey, I'm not getting paid enough, or hey, I'm not really getting my accolades here. And then it just kept going from one thing led to another, then another thing led to another. Like, when the Tower is in reverse, that kind of just means like I don't want to say an epiphany, but it means something bad happens. And when it's upright, something drastically bad happens, but you're able to withstand the storm. When it's in reverse, that means the storm keeps coming. That means something bad happened and something else happened. Like, it just gradually built on top of one another. And one of chalices, that's offering. This means offering, the One of Cups. It's in reverse. So what that means is that more than likely Joe offered them something, or just offered them a little bit of extra cash, and they were just like, no, son, that's not enough. That's not enough. So I just see offering reverse, like some type of credentials or just some type of move, money making move just did not go through, or it was cut. The cord was cut. So I with the 7th chakra here, which is your crown, this card to me in the energy oracle deck resembles that some things are meant to be happened. Yeah, this was kind of like a destined path. Not only that, but this is what this was guided. You were guided by your heavenly soldiers, your angels, your ancestors. There's multiple higher vibrational beings. So this was guided by them to happen in order to get new possibilities, in order to have new opportunities, for new doors to open for everyone involved. So yeah, we have a storm arising, and it's not looking cute, but this happened in order for all of them to have better and new. I don't know if I want to say better though. I'm not sure if I want to say better, but I definitely want to say just new opportunities, something to branch out of. Just do something a little different. Like I'm getting that Rory specifically should be more innovative. Like use your creativity. I don't know why I got Nick Cannon's Walling Out. I'm not saying that he should like do something. It's like how Walling Out is not regular stand-up comedy and it's not regular rapping. It's two things combined. And I'm kind of getting for Rory and for Mal really, is that you should do something that's innovative for podcasting and radio, or just commentary, really commentary. And I don't know the lady, I forgot the lady's name that's coming out. She used to work on Joe Budden's podcast, and she was upset with him because he called her a bitch and said that he was being inappropriate. I watched the video. For the most part, when it comes to like a lot of the drama and stuff like that, I don't really have that much of an opinion. But in the video, it really did not seem like it was that big of a deal. It kind of seemed like I was making, I don't want to say the boy cried wolf, but making a lot of drama out of something small. So I'm kind of getting she's not going to get what she really wants out of this. And that says a lot. Like she probably had issues with Joe before, like problems behind the scenes, and she was trying to get something out of it. It kind of reminds me of my T.I. and Tiny video, which I did a little bit ago, which is basically like, not that I'm getting paid to come out against you, but I'm definitely doing this for some ulterior motives. And I don't know if I'm going to get what I'm going to get, and I don't think that she gets that. Okay. I want to know, is somebody running a campaign on Mr. Joe? Okay, is somebody running a campaign on Joe Budden? Because this is interesting. I remember when they were talking about the court documents and all the random craziness that was going on between him and Santana. I want to know, is there something else going on? Is there a campaign being ran against him? So let's find out. Is there a campaign, being ran against Joe Budden? Let's see. Because this boy stays in drama, man. Stays in drama. So, to be quite honest with you, I'm getting yes and no. Like, the court documents were real, they were not fabricated, but at the same time, I'm getting that this would have never came out had he not made people upset behind the scenes, had he not pissed people off. And it's not like I said before, I was reading on Tiny and T.I., and it's not like Tiny's energy where she keeps going and going at the drama. This is more like if somebody comes up to me with some BS, I completely ghost them. I completely ignore them. And I tell them to kiss the soul underneath my shoe. I tell them to just like I don't know, dust. I give them dust. And that's kind of his energy. Like, you want to come at me sideways? Girl, bye, or boy, bye. And I kind of feel like, oh, okay, let me find out. So what happens? What happens? More drama ensues. I'm going to start blackmailing you. And I feel like that's exactly what's going on with Joe Budden here. Exactly what's going on with Joe Budden. And it explains the anxiety card. Like, I was dissing people. I didn't think that they, honestly, ego. It's ego. Like, they're beneath me, and now that they have shit against me, I have anxiety. And I just kind of feel like he doesn't trust anybody. This is reverse. This is your heart chakra. That's why it's green. He doesn't trust anybody, nobody involved around him. Not his ex, not his friends, not people in the podcasting industry, not people in the music industry. He doesn't trust anybody. And I kind of just get like, by taunting him, that gives him more opportunities. That gives Joe more opportunities. And it's just weird. I kind of want to read more into that. But at the same time, like, I'm getting kind of a spiritual message here. Like, this is what you manifested. And I say this over and over again. Some people in the music industry are, I've read on celebrities. I know a little bit of people in the music industry. Some people are just not spiritually guided correctly, and they're not spiritually protected. And it sucks because a lot of them happen to be a part of the hip hop, R&B scene, the urban scene, and things like that. A lot of them stay in drama. When to me, there's no excuses. Like, you have so much money, you need to start spiritually protecting yourself. Even if you're an atheist or you don't believe in spirituality at all, any type of spirituality. Because I personally believe a lot of these celebrities would benefit from Taoism. But if Christianity doesn't work well, you could probably benefit from Eastern philosophy. And to me, I just feel like a lot of them don't put in enough effort to spiritually protect themselves. And this is one of those cases, because when you don't vibrationally align with good, and when you are kind of being egotistical, you don't really care about spiritually protecting yourself, that's when the wolves come out. And that's exactly what, everything I just said, that's what this card means. That's when the wolves come out. And they will start attacking you. Like, people are like, oh, it sucks to be famous. No, it sucks to not be spiritually protected. That's really what this is. But I just see him not giving up and being resilient at the end of the day. But he just has a lot going on, a lot of problems. Look at that. Look at this. Resilience. Strength. Strength. But I mean, he is a human being at the end of the day. There's only so many things you can deal with, right? So that's that. It's not really that there's a campaign going out towards him. It's just, I'm coming to you and you disrespected me inside those texts, those group chats. Okay, time to blackmail, right? Time to blackmail. I want to see what's coming up next for his career overall. What's coming next for Joe Budden's career? Ooh. Okay. Wow. All right, so let me pull a little bit more because the message was coming out. It was coming out. It was coming out. This would be a really good message for him to hear as well. Long story short, there's different types of people in this world. Like I said, I've been doing this for a long time, and I've read on so many different types of souls. And the one thing that I've learned is that there are different types of souls, different types of people, different types of karmic contracts. And Joe Budden in this case has a contract where the world is his oyster. It's what you make of it. he doesn't really have a set path, a set destiny. He can be a jack of all trades. You have the jack of all trade souls, and that's kind of what I see him being. And they're saying the world is your oyster. Okay, that's upright, but his happiness is in reverse. However, he is being guided the right way. Like, I still see his ancestors especially coming through, guiding him the right way. He needs to up his spiritual protection. But I kind of feel like a now that you know better type of ordeal, do better, right? So I just see him constantly being unhappy with BS. And he needs to make more time for himself. Like, go on more vacations without people. Learn how to love yourself. Like, don't have anybody around. Because I still see him being all tied up, working way too hard. Just having multiple things going on at one time, especially when it comes to drama. And when it comes to the particular lady, oh, my camera out of focus. When it comes to the particular lady that's involved, coming out against him, I am getting that it's just not going to work out for her, whatever her motive is. Which I think is just to get back at him, to be quite honest. And he's cutting the cord with her. This was a karmic tie between her and Joe Budden. And you can have multiple. All of the people that work under Joe Budden probably has this karmic tie. I don't want to say all, but maybe some. So definitely that is a good reading. That was an interesting little read. I do want to ask one last question. What's coming up next for Rory and Mal? I need to read both separately, y'all, but I don't want to make this video too long. I think you're not the same person. There we go. What's coming up next? Rory Mal. Okay. All right. Okay, decky deck. Let's talk. Let's talk. We have a 12. Wait, I would say 12. A 9 spread. So, Lord. My camera keeps going out of focus, so I'm sorry about that, by the way. Basically, I just kind of see them being spiritually guided. None of these boys know how to manifest correctly, though. Not Joe, not Rory, not Mal. And what that basically means is they're in their mind thinking, I hate what's going on. I can't stand this. They're only focusing on drama and BS, and they're not manifesting correctly. Because the right thing to do is just say, oh, I'm going to get up on my feet. I'm going to make the most of this. I'm going to do what I have to do. I still feel like they have drama, and it's not just between Joe. I feel like it's drama between all three of them, to be quite honest. Like, I got beef with you, right? Like, we were here fighting Joe, but boy, I got beef with you. Losing money, they're not making enough money. And I see them losing money, and worrying about that. But at the end of the day, I definitely see their 10 of Cups. I see their happiness. The Sun card in this deck literally means the sun, and I would say the Victory card, it means multiple inside of the Tarot deck, but definitely a 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles type of card. So I see them getting through it, and then learning how to work hard. Like, after the rest period is over, getting on grinding. And I kind of feel like this is a lesson particularly for Mal. Once again, he needs to work harder. I'm not getting him working hard enough, or he's getting too many people to do his work and he's not doing it. It's one of those. I'm just kidding. He's not a worker type of guy. Like, he's not a hustler like he needs to be. But this is a lesson to teach him how to be just that. That's what life is about, learning lessons. But I definitely see greed. This card means multiple things. It can mean jealousy. It can mean greed. It can mean anger. And I see greed here. Just having to prove themselves to somebody. Probably prove themselves to Joe. continuously comparing themselves to Joe, which is why I said this is in reverse. Like, don't just sit and think, oh, I'm going to prove myself to Joe all day, or I'm going to do better than Joe all day. Like, that's where this is coming from. And kind of just being unappreciative of the lesson that this taught. So, yeah, it's definitely they need to change their mindset. It's a very masculine mindset to have, to be quite honest. But once they start focusing on raising their vibrations and focusing on getting their own bag, making their own money moves, and realizing that half of the fans that were listening to that podcast are their fans, right? Then they can do their own thing. Like they were asking before for Rory, get creative. Get creative, because I feel like it's hurting one more than the other, which is Mal. So get creative and make something out of yourself, and don't compare yourself to Joe. So yeah, folks, that's basically everything. We did it. I'm just trying to recall everything that I said. I was straight up downloading though. Like, I'm trying to remember the whole reading. I'm trying to. Yeah, like we basically talked about how he feels, that there's not a campaign being ran on Joe, that it's actually just BS going on behind the scenes, and how he acts in his ego, and people trying to knock his ego down, and that he's going through a hard time with his podcast and his other business ventures. However, he doesn't give up. He's strong-willed, very strong and determined. So it's here to stay. That's what I'm getting right now. It's here to stay. So, or just Joe is here to stay. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and comment. Let me know if you want me to read on anybody else. I can even read on the dead. I can read on anybody, because there's no such thing as death to me. Like, from all the research that I've done, there's the afterlife. We live on. We still have our karmic paths to play out. So that was a little side note. But yeah, if you want me to read on anybody, or read on any current situation, just let me know. And if you want more content, subscribe, and I'll be here. Hope to see you guys soon, and thank you for stopping by. Thank you. Adios.